Hi, as some of you probably know, I got top 4 at the last Deck Devastators tournament this last weekend. Yeah, with Gigavise, my signature deck, you could say, my usual deck, especially for online tournaments. So yeah, I will do a quick deck profile. Yeah, discuss some of my main and side deck choices, and then we will do a replay analysis and yeah, see how my run was. So yeah, let's just start with the main deck. Compared to the last online tournament I played, I only changed like 1 or 2 cards. Yeah, I think the Gigavise decklist at this point is quite standard. So I think I added the third Wing Blast because I noticed for a lot of cards you need to get plants engrave, especially Dandy, and also other plants, yeah, to make Fertilizer Life or Mark of the Rose, and this is so important. Also, it's very important to clear back row, and Wing Blast is like the most flexible card. Yeah, I cut the Threatening Roar. I didn't like it at that last tournament, and yeah, and I also added a Bottomless Trap Hole because I had a lot of problems with the Blackwing matchup. Yeah, and for example, you can build a board and then sit behind Bottomless, which is very good. Yeah, Bottomless is very good for Blackwing. The Blackwing matchup is quite rough, so yeah, if you stop their one normal sum, their turners or most of the time will be skipped. So yeah, this is very important. I didn't play 2 because 1, I don't have the space, and 2, I feel like you need more flexible or more cards that have more purpose. Wing Blast, for example, has more uses, and you're not trying to play like the advantage game or play longer games. This is why I don't want to have 2 Bottomless. Yeah, the second one is in the side for the Blackwing or Light Swan matchup. Yeah, for that I cut the Brain Control, because Brain Control also, you can brick on Brain Control, and you also have like 2 pseudo Brain Controls. So yeah, Brain Control can be good, but it can also brick, and you want to be as consistent as possible. Yeah, most changes were in the side deck. I added the third breaker, yeah, to run over Fossil Diner and pop Oppression, especially going second. This card is extremely good. Yeah, I liked it at the tournament. I'm not quite sure about the ratios for deciding this card going first versus going second. Yeah, 3 going second, of course, because you are behind, and then you, especially when you play against Raikou decks, you can pop the back row and then run into Raikou, and yeah, you equalize like the games, or you even go plus. Yeah, MST, I don't play it in the main. You need it for Blackwing and all the back row decks. Then I have 2 cards to deal with Floodgate monsters. I have Book and Smashing Ground. Yeah, Smashing Ground is like more for Blackwing, especially also going second, to have like the option to if they go first and set ecos, you can smash, and then you will also side in the turtle. You can maybe go for turtle set and then trap stun set. Otherwise you often have to play around ecos, and you don't have that much time against Blackwing to do that often. Yeah, and then Book against yeah, Vanity's Fiend. Yeah, Smashing Ground of course also, but Book against Vanity's Fiend and Fossil Diner. To be honest, I didn't really use Book, and at one game I was missing Lighting Vortex, but yeah, I don't know, I have to test that more out. But the Vortex I was missing it once. Yeah. Then 2 turtle. This is like Pro Storms and Chess Prime's tech they developed. Yeah, I really like it. It runs over Fossil Dynamo. Most people will side out their D prison, so this will come in very, very good. It stalls out the game, and if people don't expect it, they will run into it. Most of the time when this comes in, this or the trap stuns will also come in, so if you have this plus this set, they will run into it. You get Lone Fire, and the next turn you pop off, so this is very good. And I had Consecrated in the side, but at this point the Blackwing sides too heavily to out the Consecrated. I didn't feel like it was that good, and Youth Order has like more, yeah, it does more for the deck, more synergy. Yeah. 1D Prison, yeah, more defense against aggressive decks like Gladiator Beasts where you need it. Yeah, Blackwing, I didn't really use it that much yet. I don't know, this could be a different card. I was thinking after the tournament maybe it should be Gauze, because you probably want Gauze in your 55 cards. Yeah, I don't know. Then Solemn, yeah, it's not in the main, and Solemn is a broken card, so I don't want to main it because I don't have that much defense, and I don't want to get rushed down. Yeah, and yeah, at this place I play Dust Shoot. A lot of people decide to main the Solemn and not play Dust Shoot. I don't really get that, because at this tournament I reserved so many Dust Shoots, which also helped me. Yeah, that Dust Shoot, especially if you're on the triple upstart, which yeah, your chance to open the Dust Shoot goes up by a little bit. Yeah, I don't know, but the Solemn will come against into Frocks, a lot of decks, GBs. Yeah, most of the stuff, it's just not that good against Viobo or Blackwing. Yeah, the next cards are 2 Crows. They are against, yeah, graveyard decks. I brought in 1 versus Viobo, not 2, because it can break, and if they already established their Armed Wing, then I don't want to top deck this. But yeah, against Light Sworn, Forks, other graveyard decks, this is important, slows them down and you can survive. Yeah, it was in top 4, it would have been good against Viobo, but he had Burial plus Return to play around that. This was unfortunate, but if you side it in against Viobo, it's also good, because most of the people, I hope, will side out the deck Devastation Virus, because it's very bad against gigavise, so you won't have to be scared to this get hit by DDV. So yeah, and as I said, the second bottomless for Light Swan and yeah, Blackwing. Yeah, so this was the deck. Yeah, let's just jump into the replays. Yeah, our first round starts off against Gadgets. Here you will see his decklist is quite janky, but he will cause a lot of problems for me. So yeah, I go second. Yeah, now his list is looking normal and he has like a good starting hand. Our hand is also good with Storm and Supervise. We are just Lone Fire. We are just missing the Supervise, which we will Gold Sark for. So and we have Wing Blast to defend our life total. So yeah, this is an okay start, but the game will not go as planned. Yeah, and now you can see the Spice. He's playing Morphtronic Remote, and so yeah, his list is quite a bit different. he goes for the gadgets and just rushes me. Okay, not rushes me completely. He's setting the solemn, which will be a problem for me, but at this point I'm thinking like even 3 gadgets attacking me can't kill me, and if he drops Fortress I will just wing blast it. So I'm just waiting for one more turn on the supervise. Okay, he summons the Remoten. I was like, what the fuck? And he goes for Power Tool Dragon, revealing 3 of the attack boosting equips. Yeah, he even plays like action unit. He sets everything, equips, attacks with the gadget, and then I want to wing blast. And he has the Solemn, so there was nothing I could really do, I think. Yeah. Okay, game 2, I go first. Starting hand is not the best, a lot of equips, but yeah, maybe I can unbreak. Okay, now I top deck the Lone Fire, and he bottomlesses. I DDR, so I could really play well around bottomless. I decide to summon the Power Tool Dragon in defense because I don't know what his second back row is, and I want to play around Mirror Force, of course. Also, Power Tool is against machine decks. He walls out Fortress so they can't run over it or crash into it. Power Tool is actually very good against machine decks, so they struggle a lot to clear this, and if this stays for one additional turn, it's mostly GG already. So yeah, I've won a lot of matches with Power Tool in defense. Yeah, let's see if we hit the 66. Yeah, we do hit it, which is very nice, and I play very, very cautiously, so I even summon the Titanial in defense. Yeah, to play around Deep Prison. If he decides to Mirror Force this, we are also fine. Yeah. Yeah, he goes for the gadget. At this point now he can summon the Fortress, but he just decides to activate United We Stand to equip to the Fortress. Yeah, if you didn't know, all equip spells target, so you can negate with Titanial, which I do. I just tribute to Gigaplant. Yeah. Okay, he runs over the Giga, but it's alright. I have Fertilizer, and we have the Power Tool. Yeah, and I even hit the Supervise, so it's looking very good for us. Yeah, I go for Stardust because I suspect Mirror Force still. I attack over the Fortress. Yeah, and I decide to negate with Stardust and then play it safe and don't attack with the rest if you don't want to get destroyed by Mirror Force. Yeah, it's very hard to break this board, so yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now he's going for Offering, and I was like, I originally wanted to have the Wing Blast for a Fortress because he can run into the Stardust or crash and then destroy another card, but even that isn't that strong. But when I saw the Offering, I was like, yeah, he's can go into with his tuners to go into Synchro, and his list is so janky, I don't even know what he plays. And also after the first activation, if you let it go through, this card is face up and you can chain it to itself, so even if I Wing Blast, he can chain it repeatedly, so he can play around that, so I have to Wing Blast it immediately. Yeah, he puts it on top. Okay, he has the Fortress, and he not even decides to crash. Yeah, and there was not much he could do. Yeah, going into game 3, our starting hand is okay. The only problem is we don't have Lone Fire access, so Yeah, but the breaker could come up good. Yeah, but unfortunately he has the bottomless, and now I'm on 2 supervisors. Okay, I set the deep prison as defense, but he has the MST. Yeah, now he special summons Fortress, has his gadget and summons Diner, so he does a lot of damage, and I have no real good answers because Diner locks me out completely. Maybe I should not have summoned the breaker into the back row, but I can't let him summon more gadgets and just poke me. I need to buy a little bit of time, you could say, and it doesn't really change much. I have nothing to get rid of his back row, so I had to summon the breaker. Yeah, already it's looking very bad, and yeah, I top deck Goldsack, but DDR is dead because of Paki, and yeah, so it means I lost round 1. Yeah, and I didn't I forgot to say the deck Devastators 8 had 215 players, so realistically quite a bit of X2s won't make it into top 16, so if you lose round 1 you have to go 7-0 to go into top cut. So I was already like, I can't top this tournament. I was not like, okay, I will drop immediately, but I was thinking I can't really get into top cut. I'm just playing to see how it goes. So I set 2 bluffs, try to, but yeah, he attacks, yeah, and I lose round 1. So now we have to win 7 in a row. Yeah, you will see how it will go. So round 2 will start. Let's see, what was I playing against? Yeah. So this tournament started off so weird. Normally I play against Viobo or Frocks or Blackwing, but the first 2 rounds I played against very janky decks. Okay, I'm actually like a Dark Gaia, Dark Calling enjoyer myself, but playing Lava Golem and the ritual version with Demise, yeah, you will see this card can actually cause a lot of problems. Also, Paki can also be there, and Doomkal. Yeah, but you will see how it goes. Okay, we are starting, and we are starting very good with the nutrient. So I just go for it. Normal Giga and yeah, he actually started, but he just passed. I don't know why he did that when he has Quirkimero Guardian. If he has that, I have to set the Wing Blast first, and he has a lot of tempo on me. I don't know why he did that. Yeah, and I play around Gauss, obviously. I don't even attack with a Giga Plant, because when he drops Gauss on the Giga, I can only clear like one monster, and he can run over 1 monster. It's like no real reason. Yeah, you mostly, if you have like this board, you want to play it very safe, because your opponent is very forced to clear this. Yeah, is forced to clear this, because otherwise, even if this stays, you can bring out Giga and normal it, and then special again. It gets out of hand very quickly. I don't know why I didn't use the upstart. You will see in this tournament I was a bit rusty in the first 2 rounds. It will get better. Yeah, he goes for the Prodigy, and then Kaius. I obviously negate, and then I saw the Lava Golem, and he banished the Kaius. Luckily I have the Wing Blast, so I can deal with the Dark Gaia. Yeah, I used the Giga Plant, Okay, I upstart to see if I can maybe summon more, but this should still be game. And I just go for it. Yeah. And I win game 1 of the second round. Yeah. He starts off with Dust Shoot and Doom Cull, which is a problem. Here's where the smashing round was good. I sided it in to clear all his also kind of floodgate monsters, the Kura Chimero Guardian and he spins back the Sengan. He goes in very aggressively, okay, because he has trap stun for the Grand Maul. Grand Maul can be quite annoying for my deck. I Mirror Force, he trap stuns, yeah, and this is not looking the best, but I just set Sengan to get rid of the Doom Caliber Knight, which will trigger. The way his deck is built, I could even expect him to use his Grand Maul and then trigger his own Doom Call, so this is why I just set and get rid of the I draw the book, which does not much, but at this point I can like take the damage and just wait a little bit. I need to find a bit more combo pieces. Summons Stratos and attacks, and I still take everything. Now I smash and I have a little bit of defense. Now I have to book, which is like not the best. I draw the UFO turtle, which at least like gives me a little bit more time, but he has brain control. And I have to concede. So my draws were not the best, and he was like poking me with annoying monsters like Grand Maul and Doom Caliber Knight. So they can be quite annoying for gigavise. Yeah, this game I start off good with Lone Fire. Now I see. This is where I started to play well. I decide to just go for Gigaplant because the following turn he will be forced to clear this. I think he can only reliable clear this turn 1 with going for Dark Gaia. I was hoping for him to do that because then I have a way to clear back row, to take the Dark Gaia, and also special the Gigaplant, which I would banish with the mark, and then I can normal it, so it could be like a very big push even in OTK if I draw into Supervise. So I was like, I want him to force him to summon a big monster, and then I can mark and DDR. So which is exactly what he does. So he summons a very big Dark Gaia. He runs over the Gigaplant, sets the Morphing Jar. I Trunate. Yeah, and I even draw the Supervise. Yeah, I was slightly afraid of Paki, because if Dark Gaia attacks, like he flips up, but it will still trigger the Paki. So I decide to go for Stardust, because I could still get the Gigaplant back and normal it. It would still probably be game, or be a lot. Almost game. Yeah, but he has the Crow. I attack with the Dark Gaia and trigger the Dark Gaia. Yeah, I was still a little bit rusty. I totally forgot that Dark Gaia negates the flip effects. And I just attack with Stardust, give him back the yeah, give him back the Dark Gaia. He summons the Jujutsu Master to just go for damage. Yeah, I get it back. I can normal the breaker and attack directly. So yeah, this was round 1. This was round 2. It was close, quite close actually, and I'm still not playing the best the first 2 rounds, but I don't know, this were like jankier decks, and yeah, even they can cause me problems if I break and don't draw the best, so yeah. Round 3 is against Blackwing. Yeah, let's see how it goes. We go second. Yeah, Blackwing in general is not the best matchup. They can break your board easily and they can pressure you, as you know. Luckily my opponent plays DDV in the main deck, and you will see he will use the deck Devi quite a bit, and I don't know, even in game 2 he doesn't really side it out, so this will be very good for me. My starting hand is not the best, but we at least have the torrential, so yeah, let's see. Okay, we search the supervise and just set the torrential. He's just poking. Foolish is a very good draw because it makes the fertilizer life, it like makes our whole combo life, and also if we decide to go for the combo, we even have like DDR to play around bottomless. Yeah, Ecos could be quite annoying, but I decide to just take the damage. I can't really do much, I have torrential. Yeah, and now here starts the weird stuff. Our opponent decides to Kalut, and then yeah, in main 2 deck Demise. Okay, he even hits like 2 monsters, which can be good for him, and he even hits like the 3rd monster, even though I play like only like 5-6 targets. In this case it was even like lucky for him. Yeah, but it doesn't hurt me that much, and I decide to go for Lawnfire. Don't tribute the Lawnfire I brought out to have like the fertilizer for the next turn. Yeah, and I have to supervise. Luckily it's not torrential, so yeah, I just let it get banished, the Giga. Exactly, I don't have, I'm missing like 1 card in hand to bring out the Giga again. He heavy storms to get rid of the fertilizer, and luckily he has no monster, so he has to sit on the back row again. Yeah, I decide to special Giga. He obviously bottomlesses, and then I have like DDR to bring back 1 Giga plant. Yeah, I go for the power tool, and I haven't even used my normal sum, so this looks like GG already. Yeah. It's even like game through deep prison. Yeah. So we go second, and our opponent starts with Whirlwind, which is already very worrying. So yeah, let's see. My first 3 opponents were very weird. So he just specials the Bora, which telegraphs Icarus very, very strongly, so there's no reason to special it other than having Icarus. So yeah, if you play Blackwing, never do that. That is so obvious display. Yeah, I go for the breaker, and I pop the Whirlwind, yeah, because if you don't get rid of Whirlwind immediately, it's also always GG, or almost most of the time it's GG. Luckily he goes for the ecos. I was really hoping for this. This is why I said this, because Breaker is like fodder for Shura, so luckily he just ecoses, which is a completely fine trade for me. Okay, he has Blizzard, so he has a lot of damage. He pushes in very strongly, and I take a lot of damage. Okay, I have to concede, so we have to go into game 3. This starting hand is alright if I get the time. So this is always the problem versus Blackwing. But if I get my 2 turns, it's fine. Luckily he has also a slow hand with a lot of... I don't know why he doesn't side out the deck Devi. He has like Sirocco and yeah. So luckily I get time. Okay, he has Bora. I just take it. No reason, yeah. And he always like drops his Kalu to make the DDV live. And yeah, now you can see why DDV is very bad against gigavise. It completely blanks. Okay, he knows my hand, but what does it really tell him? He knows that if when I sark for Lone Fire, you will already know that I probably have combo in 2 turns. So yeah, I draw MST, which is quite good. So I have outs for both back row. I just decide to go for it because those 2 cards together yeah, mean that it's almost GG, and I got the Lone Fire. I forgot that it's already turn 2. Yeah, now I have to hit the supervise to have the guaranteed 8,000 line. Yeah, let's see if I hit it. I have like 66% chance. Yeah, and I hit it. The line was not possible because the titanium was in my hand, so I have to... I'm like 500 damage short to do that. But he has like no answers. He used so many cards for the DDV, and this was unlucky for me to draw the Lone Fire and be under deck Devi, because now it clocks my field. So but I'm still in a very good spot. Yeah, and I just decide to attack because I know the supervise, even if he has Mirror Force, would bring back the Giga Plant, and then I have so many options. And he bottomless is, but that's completely fine. Yeah, I decide to go for Stardust, because if that is a Pachi, I would actually lose if I don't make Stardust. So and I didn't use my normal. Yeah, and he has no options anymore. So yeah, we win match 3. Round 4 is against Hero Frog, I think. Yes, against Hero Frog. We start off very good with 2 Lone Fire. Yeah, this is a very good hand, especially against Hero Frog if they don't have back row. So yeah, and he's bricked on, or what should I say, bricked on his... He has like no real options to break our board, especially if Titania is out. In general, like Hero Frog is a very easy matchup. They have to open very, very good, and we have to brick. Otherwise, I think the matchup is probably the easiest of all the meta decks. Yeah, this game will be like a very quick 2-0. Okay, he dust shoots us, but still, dust shoot is also not that good against gigavise. So only if you have Lone Fire, if you're starting with Lone Fire in hand, and you can take that away. But yeah, and we even mill the dandy. Yeah. Okay, we set the dust shoe to be safe. Yeah, now we get the lone fire. Okay, he has Fader, but luckily he has no hero, otherwise he could like make a comeback with both miracles, but yeah, we have so much. I remember this, I even hit like the supervised by only revealing one. Yeah. Yeah, and my opponent is already a little bit mad, so yeah, so quick 2-0. So round 5 is also against Hero Frocks, okay, and luckily we start, and yeah, like I said in the deck profile, I just shooted so many people, so I really like the dust shoot. Yeah, now we have the dandy and the nutrient. I decide to put back the Stratos. Yeah, okay, you could say let him have the Stratos in hand to let him attack into the dandy, and then the nutrient is live, but he has torrential, so, and econ, so I was a little bit afraid. Yeah, so I obviously in that situation Stratos is by far the best card, so I put that back. Yeah. Okay, I drew a Wing Blast, which is very good, and I even draw a Lone Fire. Yeah, let's see how I play that. Okay, he drew Gauze, which I of course won't expect. Okay. So yeah, of course I'm going for game, and he has the Gauze. I don't know, maybe he could have dropped the Fader immediately, but yeah, and luckily I made Bryanek to out his monsters. Okay, econs I tribute. Ah, yeah. I forgot that I discarded Dandy, and by him econing and I tribute like the Titanial, I make space for Dandy to activate. Yeah, and then he torrentials, but it's not the worst because I haven't used my normal. I will get Giga Plant and have Supervise in hand, so a little bit unlucky, or maybe not perfectly sequenced. Maybe I should have bounced both with Bryanek. Yeah, but I still have very broken field. Yeah, and he has to concede. Yeah, you will see in the run I will face a lot of Frocks, which yeah, was very good for me, because that's the deck I want to face most. Okay, he goes for the Substitute, and he just attacks. I'm not sure if he plays Duke Frog. I saw it in game 1. Yeah. Wing Blast again. Like I said, the Wing Blast came in very good even against Frogs to bounce back the back row. You need to clear back row as much as possible. Okay, I just go for game. Yeah, and he has nothing, so a quick 2-0 again. We are playing the next round. It will be again against Frogs. Again Hero Frogs. So in that sense I was very lucky that I played against so many Frogs. You will see I will play all the remaining Swiss rounds against Frogs, so not all Hero Frogs, but yeah, in Swiss I played like 5 Frogs in a row, so this really helped me because they can't defend themselves with back row or not that much, and Titanial is a problem for them, and I have too much pressure early on. Yeah, our hand, he plays the Aoi, the like new spice in also in Hero Frocks that a lot of people play nowadays. A few people played this at the tournament. Yeah, our hand is not that good, and he takes away the Sangan. Of course, Sangan plus Torrential, I could like be relatively safe to resolve that, but he has like Storm and MST, so a Chaos could hurt me. But yeah, you don't want to take back the copy plant. Yeah, maybe you could decide. I would actually probably put back the Foolish, because if I drew onto Nutrient, he has a problem. Yeah, but I don't know. Yeah, he has the next Aoi life, so this is really annoying. Okay, he takes the Gold Sack. Luckily he has no real pressure. Yeah, and I top deck the Lone Fire Blossom. Yeah, this is why I said maybe he should have put back the Foolish, because Foolish enabled so many combos. I don't know, taking the Sangan and the Gold Sack, maybe not the best decision, but who knows. Yeah, and he has like no real way now to clear my Lone Fires. Or only one. This is not that good. Okay, this is interesting. I decide to put both in defense. I played very safely. Yeah, the way he played, I was like, he probably doesn't have Miracle, because he had like the Prodigy, and if you see that your opponent is bricked and he can clear my back row, he could have just gone normal Prodigy, banish the sub or the swap, and pressure me with absolute zero, which is the obvious thing you would do if you play against Gigavise, because he needs to rush me down. He didn't do that, so I'm like, I'm very, very sure he doesn't have Miracle, so I can just sit on the Giga plant, and he hasn't like no real way to clear both. Yeah, so I play that safe, and I have ways to with the Wing Blast and the Bottomless to yeah, defend them. And I play around Mirror Force. Okay, I play a bit into the Heavy Storm. Yeah, but he has like no real way to clear that. He does the right thing of like Geki breaking in standby phase, but he's too low, so I will yeah, I will just kill him. Okay, interesting. Besides the needle sealing, like I said, the dust shoot again. I decide not to attack because I was a little bit afraid of Mirror Force. Is that the correct play? I think I wanted to protect my dust shoot to see what he has in hand, and I have the fertilizer. Even if he monarchs me, I can bring it back. Yeah, let's see how that plays out. Yeah, I put back the Vanity's Fiend. Okay, yeah, because he has 2 substitutes, so it doesn't really matter if I put that back. Okay, he goes for Stratos. Okay, he can't really clear the Titanial. Yeah, now the needle sealing is live, but yeah, luckily I have the Solemn set, so he will use that, and I just Solemn. And I clear both his monsters. Now he has to go for the Malicious Edge, but I have Mirror Force, and now it's getting out of hand again. Luckily for him, he top decked the Gauze, but I can clear. Okay, he goes for the... Yeah, there was not much he can do, so also a quick 2-0. So this is the 7th round. Yeah, it was the last round of day 1, so yeah, we are 5-1 at this point. Yeah, like I said, I play against Frocks again. It's more like Forks, but with a different spice. He also plays the Aoi in the main deck, and this match will be a real nail biter. It will be really, really close, and yeah, you will see that. Yeah, we start, which is important. Our starting hand is not the best, but we have the dust shoot, so I decide to set the dandelion. Yeah, I know why I did that. I'm not like sure on what kind of deck he is. If he decides to Chaos my face down monster, I can DDR pitch Titanial and have Fertilizer for that. Also I have Dust Shoot to take away maybe a Monarch that could like remove my Dandelion. So yeah, this is why I said okay, he's bricked on only spells and traps. Okay, Dust Shoot takes away the Titanium but doesn't really do that much. Yeah, I know his hand. I know that he has the Wing Blast set, so I can't go for the DDR play. So I decide to just wait. He doesn't really attack my my Dandy because he's maybe scared of a nutrient. So yeah, now I top deck the Giga Plant and I just decide to go for pressure. So obviously, okay, I just attack. He doesn't Wing Blast, which is the correct play. Now he decides to Wing Blast. Interesting. And he just clears both tokens. Okay. Okay, he has another Wing Blast. This is why he maybe activated it. So he knows he can spin back the Lone Fire. Ah, yeah. And he has the Aoi to yeah, to remove one of my cards. Yet he gets rid of the Fertilizer. Luckily I have Fertilizer plus Lone Fire. Yeah, I decide to just go for Titanial because I know he has Wing Blast, so I can attack into him, and he has to clear the Titanial because he will take too much damage. And in this case, I'm not sure if that is even if this is correct. I was like, okay, he can't really commit a monster anymore because I can mark and then DDR, so I will just go for pressure now to clear his back row, to get rid of the back row. But in this match you will see he will play around the Mark of those very, very good. Yeah, this is a tough play. I'm not sure. I could have waited because he does not have that much pressure. Okay, he has Salvage. He could pressure me, to be honest. Yeah, maybe I could have waited. Yeah, obviously I negate. And now he goes for the Substitute. Now he will do the interesting play. Okay, first of all he will Avarice. But you can already see he wants to... he goes for double Swap Frog, which is surprising. It's a good play. Yeah, and he bounces both monsters to play around Mark of the Rose, which he knows I have. So he puts me in a very tough spot. Yeah, I decide to foolish to defend my life points. Yeah, this play you will notice. Luckily, I catch that my opponent tries to do something he is not allowed to do. So first of all, he specials the 3-1 Frog and then normal swap bounces and additional normals the swap frog, and then he runs over both of my tokens. Ah, okay, it's not. I think he specialed the swap frog. This will come up later. Ah, and he always. Interesting. Ah, now. Yeah. This is what I said. I catch that. With one swap frog he bounced the 3-1 frog and he specialed the other one, and now in his turn he was trying to bounce the swap frog that he already used to bounce the 3-1 frog. So I was like, you can't do that, and so now he has a monster on field. Luckily I catch that, otherwise I probably would have lost that game. Yeah, and this wins me this game. So luckily I was paying attention. Yeah, so always pay attention to your opponent. Sometimes they do stuff that's not allowed, especially in like complicated game states. So with swap frog, where multiple monsters are bounced. So yeah, okay, he drew the gauze, but I can clear both of them. I bounced the swap frog, and he has to concede. So this was quite close. Going into game 2, he starts off very good with 1-for-1 sub, and he goes for a very big do block with sub and flip-flop. Flip-flop is a big problem for my deck, so he can even clear like a complete board of all the synchros. And that he flip-flop frog doesn't target, so you can't even negate with Titania. Our hand is not that good, but Torrential is very, very nice in this case. He goes for the death, and yeah, I have to Torrential to not to take too much damage. Okay, he uses his normal for the flip-flop, and he goes for Vanity's Fiend. I have to solemn that because I have no option to clear the Vanity's Fiend, and he has Pot of Avarice. Okay, he sets a back row, and yeah, Aoi's again. Aoi is very annoying for me. I set a bluff. Yeah, and I have to concede because I have no outs to Vanity's Fiend. I start off okay with Wing Blast Dandy. Yeah, I just need Lawnfire access. Okay, pokes me. I decide not to Wing Blast because I need the Wing Blast for the back row. In end phase I also don't Wing Blast because it doesn't really do much. Maybe I can tribute for Giga, but he one Monarch and my Giga is gone. So against Frocks you have like more time. Okay, he's playing like Frocks, but not the really quick version. So oftentimes you need to take your time and collect your pieces for your combo. Yeah, now I go for the Wing Blast, and yeah, I top deck the Nutrient, which is so broken. Originally I was like, I think, planning on just tributing Titanial and then have Fertilizer to maybe carry that game that way, but this was a very good top deck. Yeah, I go for a big board. Go for Stardust. Okay, I don't even use my normal. I attack with Power Tool because I can attack over Dupe Frog. Yeah, it's a dandy, so I have to clear the tokens first. I decide to just attack with everyone because I have Mirror Force. In hindsight, maybe this is not the smartest play because if he has Substitute, which he has, he can go for the flip-flop frog again. So you will see that it will make the game more complicated than it should be. Yeah, so now my field is clogged and I don't really have a way to get rid of his do block. So this will be really annoying. But also we were very close to time, so it was quite good that I got him very low. You will see, yeah, we will go into time, so it will work out good for me. Yeah, the problem now is he has the flip-flop and he can bounce like all those monsters. But there's not much I can really do. Yeah, my whole field goes. And he just attacks over the... Of course I let it go because I'm no danger. Now he even knows my hand, but I still have to set the Wing Blast to defend myself from the Vanity's Fiend or clear the back row. Luckily I have the Mirror Force and yeah, he has to attack because we are close to time, so I can clear the Vanity's Fiend. He goes for the Duplock again, but I tribute some and I can run over the Duplock. He decides not to Torrential. I don't know if that is good because we are close to time, but he needs the Torrential probably to defend himself. He goes for Goyo Guardian. This is interesting. I decide not to Wing Blast because I had the feeling that he has Vanity's Fiend. And I need this one out to Vanity's Fiend, and I knew that we were like very close to time, so I just took the damage. Yeah, and I gold sucked for the fertilizer, so I know even if he doesn't have Vanities, I can Wing Blast the back row or the Goyo in the next turn, and then I have the fertilizer. Yeah, but I need to hold my one out to Vanity's Fiend, which is very important. Like taking that little bit of damage is alright, but keeping your outs to Vanity's Fiend wins you the Frog matchup, games 2 and 3. So yeah, I get the fertilizer. And now I spin back the Vanity's Fiend. Yeah, and as you can see, we just noticed we are in time, so yeah, he should have been even like turn 0, but it doesn't really matter. He has like 1 Torrential, I have 2 fertilizers, so I will bring back 1 monster. He has 2 Torrential, otherwise I just attack, and even if it would be Mirror Force or stuff like that, main 2 I would fertilizer for Titanial, and he has not enough turns to bring my life total down. Yeah, he has 2 Torrential. I have the next fertilizer, yeah, and I win this. I win this match. Our last round in Swiss to qualify for top 16 is against Cold Madness. Yeah, we need to win because our tiebreaker is so bad because of the round 1 loss. So yeah, our opponent will be on Hero Frog again, so when I heard that I was quite happy. Yeah, let's see how it goes. We start again and we draw a quite broken hand. Ways to deal with back row, supervised access and lone fire, and we even have like the dust shoot. Yeah. I set both because I want to play around discard trap. I decided not to use the gold sack because I want to discard it with the wing blast. Yeah, and if I know that I will get my combo through, I don't even need the gold sack. Maybe I should have gold sacked and then true naded. Yeah, but it worked out fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, there are arguments to do it differently, but exactly, now he goes for the... I was also afraid of this. Yeah, he had the set monster and I was like, maybe I can go for Unifrog, clear my back row. Yeah, and I don't want that. And if I spin back his back row and I have nothing on field, he draws into the back row, so he has like no real way to draw into a card that can break a board. Yeah, so I decide to pitch the gold sarcophag. Yeah, I just take the damage. I saw from the dust shoot that he had like the Raigeki break, and I even know he has scores, which is very important, so I won't play into that. Yeah, I even hit the supervise, so I just go for the Titania and yeah, clear both his monsters. Yes, yeah, he activates in standby phase because I know that it's a Raigeki break. But yeah, this game's over, yeah. And now I go for the okay, he scoops before I do that, but I try to go into to the armory arm. I can attack with the first monster and then he falls under 2700 and I can attack with the other monster that is equipped with armory arm over the gauze to deal the remaining damage. So always keep that in mind. You can, and with armory arm, sometimes if your opponent is low enough, you can play around gauze. So yeah, this is why I did what I did. Okay, he goes for the soft lock plus Raigeki break set, and I have torrential, which is always nice to draw if your opponent is on soft or do block. Yeah, I decide to set both again because I need the wing blast to clear the back row, and I need torrential for the soft lock. Surprisingly, he doesn't use heavy storm. Yeah, but he probably knows that I have a discard trap, and he wants to keep his Raigeki break to stop my play. So this was okay. Okay, he goes for the Unifrog, and I just torrential. Exactly. Now I have wing blast for his back row, DDR. Yeah, I don't have supervised access. This is why yeah, I will go for the guaranteed supervise. If you have Gigaplant on field, a token and the copy, you can copy Giga's level, go for power tool, reveal 3 supervises, and then you have your supervise. Yeah, I will do that. And this is exactly 8000 damage. Yeah, and I win this match 2-0. So yeah, we go into top 16. So it was already a crazy run, winning 7 matches in a row. So yeah. Yeah, so now we are in top 16. Yeah, we will play against Viobo. Yeah. Okay, we can start. I would say our opening hand is not amazing, but you can play with that. Wing Blast Dandy is always quite okay. yeah, luckily our opponent, okay, he has Burial Return, but you don't want to draw that in your opening hand. Maybe a little bit later in hand, and Sirocco also not the best. So he just has to keep setting. I draw the Heavy Storm. This is important to clear back row. I just need to Lone Fire access because I have all the other tools. Yeah, he decides to go for the MST and I chain the Wing Blast. Yeah, because he drew into Grapha and he wants to pressure me. Yeah, he goes for the Grapha play and the Armed Wing, and he even decides to go for the Burial, maybe because he has a return. So he's thinking like, yeah, he could deal damage in the next turn with the Sirocco pump. He can really pressure me. Yeah, he's just hoping I'm bricked, but yeah, Mark of the Rose will come up very good. Okay, I bring back the Dandy with DDR, which I banished for Mark, and luckily I drew Titanial, which I can bring back with the Fertilizer, and now it's looking very rough for my opponent. Yeah, I decide not to attack directly because I don't want to lose to Gauss, and I'm in such a good job spot that I don't want to lose to Gauss for no reason, even if it's unlikely that he has it. Yeah. Yeah, I go for the full board, and yeah, as you can see, he doesn't have Gauss, so yeah, we just win game 1. Yeah, our opponent is starting with a full monster hand. Here's a play I don't really like. Maybe I should have just set the Sengen, but I was a little bit afraid about Caius. Maybe you could think like a good Vayu player realistically has to side out Caius against gigavise because it's too slow, but I attack into his face down monster which is a hamster, which you can expect him if he goes first. So yeah, I was just hoping for Raikou. Maybe it was a little bit too greedy. I should have maybe set this to Sengen, but I'm not sure, and you will see this will really punish me. Yeah, he goes in very aggressively with the Grapha discard. Go for Goyo, pop, and even has the Paki to play around Gauss. So yeah, playing into the hamster that badly like cost me game 2, so not the best play I would say, but I can understand why I did that, why I wanted to clear the Raikou. Maybe a little bit too greedy. Yeah, our starting hand in game 3 is quite good with 2 Lone Fire and Mark. Also Breaker and defense, so it's looking alright. Yeah, he does shoots. Now I decide to normal the Breaker because he sets a monster, and I was like, Torrential is a one-off, but this is also a little bit greedy, but I can also understand that, so I play into the Torrential. Luckily he loses his Raikou. Okay, I draw the Sengen, which is very nice. I pop, but it's a mistake. I decide not to attack, and he has the Gauss, which is good. I see the Dust Shoot coming in very good again. Okay. Yeah, I knew he had the Dust Tornado, but I wanted to get rid of it because I needed to force through my combo. Yeah, my opponent keeps on I don't know why people do that. They side into deck Devi even though there are only 6 targets, and if I go for one Lone Fire play with Supervise, all my targets will be out of my deck, so this card will be completely dead. This is a very bad card against Gigavise. Never side that if you play Viobo. Yeah, and his back row is mostly like that. Luckily he has like no banished cards for the return. Yeah, I decide to normal the Giga Plant, tributing the Sänger, and surprisingly my opponent goes for the Solemn. Maybe he wants to just tribute summon the Gauss and then have the DDV life. This is what he will do, but the DDV is way too little, has way too little value to go for such a minus play, so I don't know. Yeah, it's lucky for me. Okay, he draws the Oppression. Okay, he DDVs, discards, at least discards my one Lone Fire, but I still have my full hand, and I even have a way to clear the Oppression. Yeah, just set and pass. Yeah, and I draw the Storm, and at this point it's looking like completely over. Now I Fertilizer, and he has the Crow, and he even decides to Crow, but this is a misplay. Like, he has like Necro Gardener engrave, and by crowing he enables me to kill him through the Necro Gardener, because I didn't use Fertilizer, so I still have my normal sum to extend even more. So yeah, but either way it probably was lost for him. In that case it's not good to crow. It would be way better to crow the Supervise activation to rebound the Giga Plant. Yeah, but even then I think it would be very hard for him. So yeah, we go into top 8. Yeah, now we are in top 8, and finally I play a good friend of mine, yeah, Nico. Yeah, he went all the way to top 8 with Jinzo OTK, so this is crazy in itself. Yeah, you will see I don't do the best plays in that match. I think like the fatigue is setting in. So, I don't know, I do one bad play, so you will see that. Yeah, otherwise, yeah, it's crazy to play against Jinzo OTK. So yeah, luckily I start, and I have Lone Fire plus Supervise, and I even have like the Dust Shoot. Okay, now I see his hand, and his hand is Raikou, Dredge, Goldsack, Book, Gear Frame, and Cyber Dragon. I know that he has the Goldsack for the future fusion, so I know I have to kill him quick, and he's on 10,000. So I decide to get rid of the Raikou to take away like his ability to stall me out. Okay, Gear Frame and Cyber Dragon are both like a little bit of a problem. Also Book, Dredge. Yeah, I decide to take away the Raikou. Not sure if that is correct. He vanishes. Normals the Gear Frame, of course. I don't decide to Torrential. I'm like, maybe he gets greedy and wants to rush me down. Yeah, otherwise he would have dropped the Fortress, but then yeah, maybe I should have Torrentialed, because then he's maybe drops the Fortress, and the next turn I can go for Lone Fire into Giga with Titanial on field, run over the Fortress, negate. I'm not sure, but he has so much life. Yeah, I decide to storm. Yeah, and I also reveal the DDR. Sadly, I don't hit the supervise. So at this point I'm thinking a lot. Ultimately I decide to gold suck for the second lone fire and bring out another gigaplant, because I know he has only like 1 or 2 outs with specialing the fortress and maybe the book to run over 2 monsters, and if I can keep 1 gigaplant for the next turn, I can go for a lot more pressure, so, and I can do damage this turn, so I just need to rush him down before he gets his future fusion. He draws into Chaos Sorcerer, which is dead. Now he can either like go for Cyber Dragon and Contact Fuse, or drop the Fortress and then take over 1 monster. Probably going for Cyber Dragon, Contact Fusing, and then booking while running over 1 giga is probably the correct play. But he goes for the Fortress. Now is where one misplay starts, because yeah, he activates the book at in a way I didn't expect. So yeah, I'm trying to play around book, so I don't use the supervise. Otherwise he will just book. I would get back the gigaplant, but yeah. And he chains book on the gigaplant activation. I don't know why you would do that. Yeah, book is also not good in that situation. And really dumb play. I bring back the Titanial. I should have just brought back the Giga and then go for supervise, and then I probably have game. I don't do that. I don't know why. Yeah, I was already a little bit fatigued by the tournament. Yeah, and he just scoops, even though he can go for the Cyber Dragon Contact and then run over the Gigaplant. I don't know, this was so scrappy. Probably like the only real misplay in that tournament. I don't know why I did that. Now I know he plays Treacherous and I have Supervised Lone Fire, but I decide not to go for that because I don't want to play into Treacherous, so I go for Dandy and go for a Titanial play to because Treacherous targets, so I play around Treacherous. Yeah, now he's thinking and he decides to target the Lone Fire and the token. Yeah, he is trying to target both Lone Fires. I tell him I have a priority on the second Lone Fire activation, so yeah. Now I go for Power Tool and Giga. Yeah, and I miss again. This is quite unlucky actually, because I missed twice now. He just has to set, which is quite good for me. Yeah, and I now get the Giga Plant. And this, I think, should be game. Yeah, and he concedes, so a little bit of a scrappy match, but at the end we just 2-0'd him, so yeah, so we're going to top 4. Yeah, so now we are at top 4 against Flashy. Yeah, he's on Viobo, and yeah, we are fighting for the place to get into the final, so yeah. Yeah, we go first and we start with a perfect hand, you could say. Yeah, Lone Fire Supervised with protection, so yeah, we go for the Power Tool, of course. and I decide to go for Titanial and set the Wing Blast. Yeah, the only thing that punishes me now is Heavy Storm. If I go for Stardust, Brain Control punishes me, so yeah. I decide to Wing Blast and End Phase to get rid of back row, but this game is already over, so if you don't out this field with the Power Tool and the Giga Plant. Yeah, I decide to negate with Titanial because I want to deal damage. Yeah, and I can kill through the back row and the Raikou. Yeah, now I only need like one more win to get into the final. Yeah, now I'm going second. My starting hand is quite rough, I would say. Yeah, his hand is also not the best. Burial plus Return is broken, of course, but you need, like I said earlier, you want to draw it like mid game, or only have like one that you can break on this. Luckily for him, I don't have that much. The breaker really helps because it pops the force and also deals with the Raikou. He top decks the Trooper, which is annoying for me. Yeah, and I draw into Deep Prison. I didn't like Deep Prison that much. Now it's alright, I can Deep Prison one of his monsters. I decide not to Deep Prison the Trooper or the Pachi because I can go for Mark on Trooper and run over the Diner. It's probably correct because I need to get rid of the Pachi, but now he has the options to mill again. Yeah, and here is where it gets interesting now. He normal summons Gale. Yeah. So he goes for Prio on the trap stun, and I was thinking like, okay, he has Vayu plus Zirocco life in grave, so it could be return in the back row, but I have DD Crow, so this is why I decided not to chain the trap stun, because I was like, I'm on 4900, he has 2 cards in hand, and I want him to discard the other card to get rid of my other back row, so I will be in a huge advantage and I can crow his one value. Sadly for me, he has return plus burial. He needs both to exactly play around the crow. Okay, I didn't know that. If I would have known that, I would have trap stun, of course, to stop the return. But yeah, it's hard to predict stuff like that. Yeah, I crow. He goes for burial. Goes for the armed wing, bring all his monsters back, pump, and yeah, kill me. Yeah, this was really unlucky that he had both. I don't really think that chaining the trap stun would be correct, because then he just goes for Brainiac attack and he has so many cards in hand. My hand is bricked up. I'm not really sure. Also, it's like the first tournament I used trap stun. I learned a few things how to use the card better. You will see in that match there's like a questionable play or something I could have done different. It's not like a clear misplay, but in hindsight you always see the things better, and I'm not sure. Yeah, now we go first, but our hand is extremely bad. It's the worst break. Drawing double Giga Plant, it's the only time I drew that in the whole tournament. So okay, luckily I draw into the Youth Turtle, so I was like, set the Youth Turtle and trap stun behind it. Hopefully it attacks into the turtle. I can bring out Lone Fire, tribute the tributed monster to get the Giga Plant life and then have supervised. So there's still hope. Unfortunately he has like a very aggressive hand. yeah, those are the hands you lose to versus Vayu. And he has Solemn. You will see the Solemn will be a huge problem for me. Yeah, he attacks into the turtle, decides not to attack into the second turtle, of course. Yeah, because he doesn't want to give me the Lone Fire access, and then I have my battle phase still. Yeah. Now I'm thinking, yeah, I have to use my battle phase and crash into the Grapha to get out Lone Fire and do my field. I was really hoping he has a battle trap or even better oppression, because I knew if I build my board he still has Grapha on field and Plague access, so he could go for Colossal or Goyo and break my board, or it would be very difficult for me to keep my board. So I was really hoping for that to be oppression to trap stun his oppression, and then he's locked under his own oppression and can't go for the Colossal or the Goyo play. Okay, I attack into his Grapha, get out Lone Fire, tribute both. At this point I already checked like for oppression, because he would have oppressed the Lone Fire. Also I checked for bottomless. Also I probably checked for battle trap. So yeah, maybe you could say there's a good chance that's Solemn, or maybe a Dust Tornado. Yeah, so maybe I should have just shotgunned the trap stun before. Yeah, in hindsight you always know stuff like that. I learned a bit that you need to be wary of Solemn Judgment. So I tried to normal the Giga Plant, and he does the correct play and Solemns, so I can't use my Supervise. My trap stun is dead, so I have to set another bluff. He's thinking, yeah, and he also does the right play. He goes for the maximum pressure. Yeah, and attacks with everything, and that's GG. Yeah, maybe I should have played that different and shotgunned the trap stun, because I already checked for most of the possible back row. Yeah, later on, after the tournament, I wrote a little bit with Pro Storm, and he said I should have shotgunned the trap stun. Then he's probably right. Yeah, this just was not well enough played by me to get into the final. It was. I learned a bit about that. I need to. Yeah, my concentration was not the best at the end. I needed to check all the background, go through my head what it could be, how I can lose. So yeah, unfortunate, but yeah, still an amazing run to win. I think it was 9 matches after the first loss. I won 9 in a row. So yeah, unfortunate to don't get the win for Gigavise, but yeah, still an amazing run. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed the video, and good luck to everyone who's going to the RBET this weekend, or the European Championships. So yeah, thanks for watching, and until the next video.